Come on! Yeah! What's this, right? We just finished Anzac round like yesterday. Now we got a day off and then we into round 9. How good. Season's flying past. Let's get into this video. Excuse me. PointsBet Stadium on Thursday night. It's the Cronulla Sharks up against the North Queensland Cowboys. It's 5th against 15th. The Sharks $1.41 and the Cowboys $2.93. Sharks coming off a great win against the Bulldogs. They weren't, in sloppy conditions there, but they got the job done really convincingly, 13 plus there in the end. While the Cowboys were really gutsy, but they got the job done there against the Knights there in Townsville. So then back to winning ways. It's hard not to go past the Sharks here. The Sharks are at home. But replay of the semi-final there last year, we went down nearly 100 minutes. So I think the Sharks will get revenge. I think the Sharks will win 1-12. A really good win there at home. I'm tipping the Sharks. Into Friday game now. It's the Parramatta Eels up against the Newcastle Knights. 6 p.m. kickoff. The Parramatta Eels $1.47 and the Knights $2.70. Parramatta, they weren't great. I mean, they weren't bad either against the Broncos. They were in that game, and maybe a Payne Haas sin bin might have been the difference to get them over the line there. But 26-16 loss there to the Broncos, and not far away against those top sides. They're competing against them. Well, the Knights been really good this year, been gutsy, $2.70, 13-12, Combank Stadium. I am going to tip the Eels here. It's a game where now they need to start winning. As simple as that. They're 13th, up round 9. The competition's so tight. It's going to be a lot hard to get into the top 8 at this stage. But yeah, I think the Eels win that game 1-12. It's a game that needs to be won for no Regan Campbell-Gillard though. But I think it's a game that needs to be won, and I think the bigger team here, the Parramatta Eels, will get the job done. Big game here at Suncorp Stadium, 8 o'clock. The Brisbane Broncos up against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. A top 4 clash. First v 4th, the Adam Reynolds Cup, if you like to call it. Rabbitohs, Broncos $1.99, Rabbitohs $1.82. I am going to tip the Rabbitohs here. Great win against the Panthers. Come from behind to win that one. Broncos solid again against the Eels, but no Payne Haas, no Ezra Mann. Jock Madden in at 6. It's going to be a lot asked to be for the Broncos to back up here. They're at home though. They've got a good record against the Rabbitohs at home, so I am going to tip the Rabbitohs here. I think they've got the spirits up. Jack White is set to be signed there, so a lot of high spirits there for the Rabbitohs, so I am going to tip the Bunnies there. Into Saturday now, Raiders up against the Dolphins at McDonald's Park there in Wagga Wagga. The Raiders 11th up against the Dolphins in 8th. Now the Raiders coming fresh off the bye, and we all know the stat that you play your best footy after the bye. I know the Tigers are really unlucky to lose against Manly last week, and it proved that we're coming off the bye, fresh off the bye. It's in Wagga Wagga. It's going to be a big trip there for the Dolphins. It's got to probably fly to Sydney, then you're going to get or even Canberra, then you're going to drive like 3 hours from there to Wagga Wagga. It's going to be a tough road trip for them. I am going to tip the Raiders here. I think the Raiders, fresh off the bye, they're playing okay. I am going to tip the Raiders. The Dolphins, I don't know, they are going to be emotionally up after that 26-0 come from behind win against the Titans. So I don't know if they're going to be up for this, or they should be, but I just think the Raiders will have too much for them. Be really tight though. Wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins win that game either. Manly Seagulls up against the Gold Coast Titans. This is a 5:30 game on Saturday at 4 Pines Park. It's Manly second up against the Titans.